Where in the hell are you from anyway, Private? Sir, Texas, sir! Holy dog shit, Texas, only steers and queers come from Texas, Private Cowboy. And you don't much look like a steer to me, so that kind of narrows it down.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
But your regenerated circuits are tuned asynchronously, and that causes concatenation in the intermediate amplifiers. That's cool.
I have pain.
That's good.
You know you're a fucking mumbling, stuttering little fuck, you know that?
That's good.
All right, NerdRemix Radio, and with you as always is Tom, and the great and terrible Derek Huey could not be here today. He's in Austin. I don't know if he's going to make it back in time, and I think he's still in probably a marijuana and Diablo 3 induced coma. So with me today is Jon Manthei, director extraordinaire from the Michigan State. So how's it going, John?
Pretty good, Tom. Thanks for having me today.
No problem, no problem. As many of you know, I reviewed John's short film, Room for Rent, which was a nice, brutal exercise, and also Phobia you were involved in, which was really cool. Are you there?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I said, I'm having a little problems with it, little technical glitches. John directed the very cool Room for Rent that I reviewed, and also you were involved in Phobia, right?
Yeah, I produced that with my very good friend and co-partner, Joseph Thompson. He directed Phobia and helped me produce Room for Rent.
Cool, cool. And violent films is what we like, and those are two of them. So, Phobia in particular was really well done. Room for Rent was really well done. Can't wait to see you guys do a feature. And I hear you might be doing one soon, right?
Fingers crossed. Hopefully, you never know. But I mean, what's going to happen? I mean, we're ready. We're just waiting to get everything, I guess, in a row, just to do it right. We don't want to cheat on anything. We want to do it fully funded if we can. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely. And the movie in question is Backroad?
No, we're doing that one. That's a short that we're going to actually put on a DVD and hope to distribute with Room for Rent and Phobia, kind of an anthology.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to hopefully film like some wraparound, like tie-in pieces in the middle, like character line. And with the feature in talk is Dead of Night. It's a full feature written by Joseph Thompson, my co-partner, and it's about an hour and a half in length, and it's kind of a throwback piece, like kind of a period piece, like an 80s demon movie.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
So we got to hang out a little bit at Motor City Nightmares a couple months ago, and you directed a video for some friends of yours, right?
Yes, Kill Whitey, a local metal band.
All right, yeah, I saw them up there. I heard it was it got quite messy in the alcohol department.
Yeah, it was kind of like out of control. We drank a lot of alcohol that weekend.
Nice, nice.
I think we killed like a whole keg on Friday night in their hotel room.
Good times. Actually, I just got done filming a short Friday, and NerdRemix is doing an anthology horror film as well, so I got to film a segment for that. So, hey, maybe I'll hit you up to, come down south and splatter some blood around.
Awesome, man. I'll be down for it. You're not really that far away. Like, I think, what, an hour and a half, maybe?
Hey, if that. So, yeah. We'll have to do something together sometime. One thing that I've been thinking about a lot, and I've revisited a couple films, is these movies that everybody loved to hate. And, there's a couple in particular that I just rewatched, and, I thought they were fine movies, stand alone, but I think a lot of people go into films like this with preconceived notions of how it's going to be, and if it doesn't live up to that, then all of a sudden the movie sucks. Now, one of those films I was just ranting about on Facebook this weekend is Mother of Tears. Have you seen it?
No, I am not, sorry.
The final part of Dario Argento's Three Mothers trilogy of films, that he started with Suspiria, and a lot of people crap on this movie. It's actually pretty good. It's got a really good Udo Kier death. Daria Nicolodi's in it, which is Aja Argento's mother with, Dario Argento. Aja's in it, of course. There's a lot of good nudity in it, a lot of good gore, and it drips with the absurd stuff that Argento's known for, and, a lot of atmosphere. Like, have you seen Suspiria? A lot of people are big fans of that.
No, you're going to kill me. I haven't seen that either.
Oh, wow, I'm really fucking you up on the Italian horror films, aren't I?
Yeah, I've not really seen like any Italian movies besides Zombie.
Nice. Well, another movie I was going to talk about is Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that a couple times.
Now, there was a lot of movies. That's a movie that everybody went into, watched, and said, oh my god, it sucked. It was nothing like Carpenter's Halloween 2. We're totally forgetting the point that it wasn't supposed to be like Carpenter's Halloween 2. It was Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where you're coming from. I like certain parts of it, and like you said, I dislike certain parts of it, but you're probably accurate. It's because I have preconceived notions, most likely. But yeah, like there's really a lot of parts in it per se that like really scenes that I thought were really phenomenal.
Yeah, and I think particularly like Danielle Harris and Brad Dourif are really strong in it. Scout Taylor Compton's pretty strong in it. I mean, as far as the cast. But, I can see where a lot of people pissed and moaned about it. But, hey, if you like Zombies Halloween, I can't see why you wouldn't like Zombies Halloween, too. So.
Yeah, it's just a lot of, die-hard fans who are, true to the John Carpenter series, most likely.
Now, there's a lot of movies that I'm like that, I think are like the horror movie equivalent to something like Radiohead. I don't get that band. I don't get why people love them, right? And like, there's Near Dark. Everybody told me best vampire movie ever. It's a classic. So I went out and bought the DVD a few years ago and I watched it and I was like, it was okay. I mean, it's certainly not a classic or the best vampire movie ever made. Have you ever seen Near Dark?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, you do? Well, see, you're on the other side of the fence then. I was like, okay, the Lance Henriksen was good in it. The bar set piece was amazing, and they don't ever actually say the word vampire in it, but I mean, I didn't think it was the greatest vampire movie ever. I'm sorry, it's one of those things I don't get. I'm sure there's a movie or two that you're a big fan of that people hate on. So.
Oh shoot! You're breaking up. Did you ask me what's the movie that I like that people hate?
Yeah.
Jason X.
Jason X. I think that's a pretty decent film. It's got some cool kills. I mean, it's not like it's cheap or bad acted or anything like that.
Yeah, I love it. It's awesome, man. I don't know. I could probably watch it like every day, probably.
Well, see, people go into a movie like Jason X and say, "Oh my God, it was so silly." Well, you know what? It's Friday the 13th, fucking 10. I mean, come on. Like, what are you expecting?
Yeah, get in the right mind. Get in the right mindset and watch it, and it's awesome.
See, that's the thing. You got to go into a movie expecting nothing more than what the title promises, and you usually won't be disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. Like the story was, probably on a scale of 1 to 10, probably like a 5, but the gore and everything else, like I thought was close to a 10. So
yeah,
it was well worth repeat watch.
The nitrous oxide head, and the shattering.
Yeah, I could probably watch that on repeat, dude.
That was incredible, and there was some cool stuff in that movie. And there's definitely worse movies in the Friday the 13th franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, Part 5 is pretty terrible.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that one. Some people try to say that one's a good one that people hate, but I just straight up think it's terrible all the way around.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a hipster irony type thing to say, like Friday the 13th Part 5. I don't know.
Yeah. Just trying to say, oh, yeah, I'm cool, man. I like movies you don't like.
Then, like, there's a lot of movies right now that, like, I just saw Prometheus a couple weeks ago. I thought it was great, A lot of people hating on that.
I have yet to see it. I really want to go see it.
Well, see, don't go in expecting an Alien prequel. I think that's why a lot of people hate it. They went in expecting an Alien prequel, and there's a few things that tie into Alien. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's technically not an Alien prequel. I mean, you're not going to see any chest bursters or anything like that. And, you know, I even read a review that some guy did on IMDb that said, oh, I expected this movie to suck anyway because Ridley Scott has went downhill since Black Hawk Down and Gladiator. And I'm like, what? I mean, if films like Gladiator and Black Hawk Down are examples of Ridley Scott's career going downhill, I mean, wow, what the fuck, you know? Are you still there? John's having technical difficulties, everyone. I think he's with us. Are you with us, John? Uh-oh. Hello?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah, you keep going in and out, man.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry. It might be because, I don't know if it's my internet connection or what.
I don't know. I'm not very tech-savvy myself.
But anyway, like I said, you know, douchebags on IMDb, it's kind of trendy to rip apart movies. Prometheus, a guy saying that Ridley Scott's career has went downhill. You could tell that this movie was going to suck after seeing Gladiator and Black Hawk Down. And I'm like, if those are examples of bad films that he's made, oh, well, what the fuck is this guy expecting, you know?
Yeah, those are like Hollywood blockbusters, man, over there.
So, you know, at least he hasn't went the way of James Cameron. You know, Avatar is a movie that a lot of people loved. I didn't like it all.
I haven't seen it, dude, to be honest with you. Anything that's that long, it's like, I can't watch it. I'm sorry, like, I've never seen all the Lord of the Rings movies just because give me a good hour 45, you know, 2 hours is pretty much pushing it for my attention span in a movie, man.
But see, like, something like Avatar, I watched it with my wife, and 5 minutes in, I looked to her and I said, I'm going to outline the exact plot for you right now, and I did, and we got done watching the movie. She goes, you were absolutely right. I'm like, yeah, the plot's been done 5,000 times, especially in Disney movies.
Yeah.
So what horror movies are on the horizon that you're waiting to see?
Oh, I'm waiting to see. Coming up horror movies. To be honest with you, I don't really know what's coming out, to be honest. I've been so busy trying to get our shit going. I know it's crazy to say, but I don't really watch a lot of recent movies. I watch a lot of the same old movies over and over, it seems like.
I think one of the best recent ones I've watched is, and I was at Motor City Nightmares. I had asked for a screener copy a long time ago of The Orphan Killer, and I never heard back from Matt Farnsworth.
I'm here all over Facebook. You're kind of breaking up here, but you said The Orphan Killer. I'm here all over Facebook. Everyone who watches it says it's pretty freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, see, I went into that movie. I had asked for a screener a few months ago, and I had actually sent Matt Farnsworth a Facebook message and never heard back. And then I see all this saturation, over-the-top marketing, right? Really pretentious marketing for it. So I met Matt at Motor City, talked to him, realized that our lines of communication had gotten crossed, and somehow stuff ended up in his spam folder or whatever. Gave me a copy of the movie, and I wanted to hate it. And I watched it, and it's the most amazing slasher film I've seen in probably 10 years. So.
I definitely gotta check it out, man. I've really seen anyone say a bad thing about it, so.
Yeah, I mean, the plot you can see coming a mile away, but it's so beautifully shot, and the murders are so, I mean, the kill set pieces are just so amazingly well done that, you know, you don't care. I mean, I sat on the edge of my seat with a big grin on my face the whole time, so.
Awesome. I kind of want to see Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Have you heard anything about that? Or?
I've seen the trailer, and, you know, I've heard a lot of people bagging on it, but what the hell, you know, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Yeah, I'm just happy that movies like that are getting in the theater, to be honest with you.
Yeah, exactly, and I mean, that's another movie. Go into it expecting what the title's promising, and you probably won't be disappointed.
Yeah, for real.
So anyway, I'm going to wrap you up here, and Back Road.
Yes, sir. Shooting it next month, July 21st, 22nd. It's not a period piece, but we're trying to get it like a homage, throwback to the 70s, 80s, Texas Chainsaw, the Town of Dreaded Sunset, that kind of feel.
I'm glad you didn't use that overused term, grindhouse. Thank you for not saying grindhouse.
No, it's not grindhouse. You're not gonna see like roller stretches. You're not gonna see jump cuts.
Well, isn't it like everybody's excuse for a shitty looking film now? Oh, I made a shitty looking movie. It's grindhouse.
Yeah, it's just easy to make it look cool that way. I mean, it's just like, oh, they make a plug-in for that, you know? It's like, that's not cool, man.
Well, that it's been done. It's been done better than probably most people are going to do it. So, you know.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, Backroad, can you give us a brief plot synopsis?
Well, let's just say, without giving too much away, it's basically a couple are on a first date, they suffer a flat tire, and all of a sudden this harmless stranger comes and offers to help them, and, well, let's just say shit hits the fan.
Shit gets real.
Shit gets real, dude. Shit gets real.
All right, man. Thanks a lot for co-hosting with me. Hopefully Derek will be out of his marijuana and Diablo 3 induced coma soon.
Thanks for having me, Tom.
No problem, dude. Take it easy.
You too, buddy.